Terry, how are you?
Good.
Looking good, I got to tell you. You don't need to fix yourself this morning, my man.
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Yeah.
Yeah, did you have a good weekend?
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. Just worked on stuff and went to visit with some of my family yesterday, so that was fun.
Oh, that was nice. How did you do at the track on the weekend?
Uh yeah, not great.
But
you know.
okay.
Yeah, okay. I did better. I didn't do anything Sunday. I didn't even play, but Saturday I did all right. We had some picks on Saturday during our Thursday night deal, and that one race paid pretty good. So
Yeah, the one we had a good one over there. I think at Belmont we hit a nice one. I know I
yeah,
had I didn't have the winner, but I had the second, third, and fourth horses. They finished first, second, and third, so it was
yeah.
a nice trifecta there as well. So yeah, it was. How did you enjoy the Friday night Remington Park thing? Was it different on Friday? Did you miss it on Saturday?
Oh no, I didn't miss a Saturday. I'm sorry, but I did enjoy Friday night. It was fun. I liked the fact that we did pretty well.
Yeah,
We
we had a
actually
great
hit.
night. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, I didn't say that. They didn't mean like, did you forget me on Saturday? I'm just saying, did you miss it? Like when you were out doing what you were doing, you're like, man, I feel like I should be talking about horses right now.
oh well, yeah, I felt like that. Yeah, sure,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. So, but it was nice to have a break. Because Friday night, I don't know, at my age, I get up that late and get that intense about things. It kind of takes it out of me a little bit. So,
Yeah, I know how you feel. It takes me like a day to recover from talking for that long.
yeah, it does.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
my voice is not made for that. It's not made to be a rock star, I guess. I don't know. I can't imagine being on tour, singing for 2.5 hours. But I guess they
Yeah,
practice. It's like any other event. The more you exercise, the better you are at it, right?
that's right. Absolutely. Yeah.
So maybe a couple guys down at Gulfstream, the more chances they get, they'll get better at it. Did you see yesterday? They had a couple of firsts yesterday at Gulfstream Park.
Yeah.
There was a trainer by the name of Pedro Garcia. I think he came in from Venezuela, got his first win,
Right.
34-year-old. Yeah, that's interesting. That's nice, huh?
It was absolutely great. Yeah. He's been in South Florida about 2 months now, and with his father, Pedro Garcia. So
Mm-hmm.
the horse name was no commission, paid 820 to win.
And it's one of two horses for him. So he's got that barn. He's got to build it. The more he wins, probably the more horses he's going to get, right?
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. So,
And then there's another story that came out of the Saturday program at Gulfstream Park. You had a journeyman jockey, Mario Fuentes, who made his first win on a horse. So first, I guess first win. I don't know what else to call it. Breaking his maiden, right?
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess it would be something like that. So,
Mm-hmm.
yep.
Says his first career race for trainer Matthew Williams gave me my first winner as a journeyman. I'm not quite sure. Do you have any idea what is a journeyman jockey? Like a fill-in? It's not something I was overly
Well,
familiar with, other than this is his first win, and I thought that's a great thing.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe he was started late in life and was a bug, a apprentice. I guess they call it a bug boy or bug girl or whatever, and had did his year or whatever it takes, and so many mounts I think or a year, and then they become what's called a journeyman. Then. So
Oh, it's not just a regular jockey. So I don't know what a journeyman jockey is. I've never heard of it before, to be honest with you.
yeah, yeah,
It's strange because I've been around this. See, I'm 55. I've been
yeah.
around this game since my late teens, and I had never heard that term before. So I don't know what that means, Terry. Maybe I'm too focused on horses than I am about the other parts of the game. I'm not sure.
Could be.
Speaking of being focused on horses, Terry, the Breeders' Cup Challenge, there's a competition that's open now you can register for. It's the registration for the Thoroughbred Racing's biggest live money handicapping tournament. I don't know how I missed this last week, but you can go in. It's $2,500 buy-in,
Yeah.
and you get a $7,500 bankroll. So this is kind of your ballpark there, Terry, not mine.
Well, no, it's a little pricey for me because it actually costs 10,000 to get involved, and 2,500 buy-in is what goes to the pot for the winner, and then the 7,500 you can bet with, which is your money, but it's a little too high for me. I have a problem with this. And what my problem is it eliminates a lot of, handicappers and small time bettors they can't be involved with it, because how many people have $10,000 laying around that they can go ahead and do this with? I think it should be more like a $250 buy-in and a $500 betting bankroll, or $1,000 betting bankroll, so that more people can be involved. So this is for big guys. This is for big handicappers.
Yeah, well, it says that they're looking for a minimum of 400 people, and looks like that 2020 they had 430 people who did it. So they had 430 big bettors, if you will, Terry. Guys who are sitting in the VIP chairs.
Yeah,
they're not like these 10-year-old chairs I'm sitting on. They got those. I don't know if you've ever been to the airport, Terry. Those chairs you put $1 in and they like massage you, and they, right? That's the kind of chairs those handicappers are in. But anyway, last year's winner won $322,500. That's not bad.
No, it's good purse. But again, I just think it's for the rich people. It's not for everyday gamblers. So.
Or somebody who hit a pick six yesterday.
Yeah, it could be.
Well, maybe, Terry, they can hit your best bet today if they put enough money on it and find themselves into the Breeders' Cup Challenge there. Maybe they can make 10 grand. Oh, let me pull it up for you today. Today, Terry's pick of the day is at Parx. Race number 5 for those you keep along with. What's that thing called? Rosetta Stone? Babble, those things that teach you how to speak another language. So anyway, there you go. Terry's pick of the day, race number 5 at Parx. Tell us about it, Terry.
Yeah, number 6, Long May You Run, won 2 races in a row at Parx Racing, and he has the highest speed figure at today's distance, and his best dirt speed is fastest among today's starters. The trainer jockey combo in the last 14 days have had 5 wins, 2 seconds, and 2/3 out of 19 starts. And then I like number 3, G-Bert, close to finish 3rd in his last race, and he likes the distance. He's finished in the money 70% of the time and won 40% of those races. And he's won 28% of the races that he's ran at Parx Racing. And then number 5, Federal Case, finished in the 3rd in his last race. He likes Parx Racing, where he's finished 8 out of 12 races in the money, winning 4 of those. And he has a bullet work on October 9th at Parx, 3 furlongs, 36-1 breezing, the best out of 10. And I had one other thing I wanted to say. It's been really odd because I had, I think, 2 or 3 days in a row that my first pick won. And now I've had 3 days in a row that my third pick won the race. Wow. So I probably should have picked my third pick up to first pick.
So maybe people who are listening should take that third pick, Federal Case, and put it where Long May You Run, and put Long May You Run in the 3rd place, or did your first pick run 2nd? How did that happen?
They've been actually, what's been happening is my third pick's been winning, and my other 2 horses have been running out or being scratched, one or the other.
Scratched or running out. Well, if your third pick wins and the other 2 scratches out, that's your first pick still winning, Terry.
That's true. That's true.
That's how that works. In case you don't always have an opportunity to catch the show and hear Terry live telling you why he likes Long May You Run today, and why probably Federal Case is the better bet on the third pick. You can always catch Terry's best bet of the day over on Horse Racing Radar, like you see on this screen right now. And the reason Terry picked Parx probably is because we're going to be doing our Fly 4 at Parx today. But before we get to there, Terry also, maybe we should do the Fly 4, Terry, because based upon your 3P parlay, you might be giving a few away of the what the Parx pick, the Parx Fly 4 looks like. So let's go ahead, Terry, and let's pull this up 1 second. Just give me a second to get this up. Forgive me if you would be so kind, as I got to get the right screens, press the right buttons, and I have to compensate for some of the mistakes I was making as I was getting prepared. There we go. Race number 7 at Parx. Race number 7 at Parx, I believe, is 1 mile and a 16th on the turf. Right now, they haven't taken the races off the turf yet, have they, Terry?
No, they say they probably won't either, is what they were saying. It looks like it's going to be all right.
But the track is not listed as firm. It's listed as good right now. Yes. So maybe by the time they get to race number 7, it will actually be firm. So 1 mile and a 16th, they don't run a whole lot at the distance. So far, they've run 5, Terry. So the speed horses won 2 of 5. Closers has won 3 of 5. The average winner, it's like 3rd or 4th at the quarter pole, 2nd or 3rd at the half-mile marker. So it looks to me like you want to have tactical speed. I'm not sure with 5 races that you can really pinpoint any kind of edge from the post positions. But let's go ahead and get started talking about the horses that we like and why we like them, Terry. So Who's your first pick?
Number 11. This will defend, I guess, or ill defend.
This I'll defend or this 3 defend?
Yeah,
I don't
something.
know. Yeah, so I wasn't sure either.
Yeah. So even though I don't care for the outside post, did run second versus Tougher on the dirt in the last race. And he has a high percentage trainer, Jamie Ness, and the jockey Kendrick Kamush is also riding. He has the highest last race speed rating and drops in class today. And his best turf speed is the fastest among today's starters. So he likes the turf.
Yeah, I have them as my third pick, Terry. It's a third start off a layoff, so I like that. Dropping in class, like that. Did show some improvement from the first race to the second race in terms of its early and mid pace figures. Did decline a little bit towards the end of the race, so you did see, not the kind of closing that I would typically like for a horse that breaks. But he'll probably be in the middle of the pack, probably that third or fourth position that we talked about being key in terms of early tactical speed. I'm looking at 2 horses, Terry, I think that have a good shot. But you say Kendrick. I don't know. Kendrick's also listed on the 3. So he had to pick one of those 2. Can you check to make sure on the on Twin Spires which one he's on, or I can look it up in a second here.
I can look.
But Hoist the main. What is this one? Hoist the mainsail. Hoist the mainsail. Oy, come on, Rich. So this horse and the 9 horse are 2 horses that have early pace to them, Terry. And I think they're the only, not the 9 horses sound the charge. I think that at least the last race, I think they're the only 2 that are going to get out in the lead. But specifically the 3 horse, I think, is going to get to the lead and be very difficult to catch. So my top pick is the 3 horse, which is Hoist the Mainsail, which I struggled about 15 times to say. So I expect that you're going to see whoever's riding the 3 horse, whether it's Kendrick or somebody else if he went elsewhere. I think that horse is going to get to the lead. There's not a whole lot of speed to chase it, can run comfortable fractions, and then maybe take them from wire to wire.
Yeah, I like the number 3 too. It's actually my 4th choice. He switches, as you say, to Kendrick. So that's why I'm checking right now to see. Let's see.
So while you check, I can check too, Terry. So who's your next horse?
Okay, my next horse is number 9.
No, so that was the other one that I was looking at, huh? Okay, so that makes it easy. Go ahead.
Sound of Charge. He finished 3rd versus Similar on the dirt in the last race. And he has high percentage trainer Michael Pendo and Ruben Silvera's riding. So
So it looks to me like Kendrick is riding the 3 in race number 7 in this race. And on the 11 is going to be Silvestre Gonzalez. So it looks to me like Kendrick, who I don't know. I mean, between the 2, which jockey I would prefer, but Kendrick does ride on the main circuit, the bigger circuit in New York. So I would think that he selected the 3 like I did because he felt like it was maybe a little better horse. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you're right. So
is there any other horse that you like here? So you like the 3, the 9, and 11. We got that so far. The only other horse that I had in my mix was the 7 horse, Terry.
Okay.
Did you have any other horse that you were looking at?
I was looking at the 4.
The 4
high percentage trainer, and he drops in class today. And Frankie Pennington's riding him in the last 7 days. Frankie's won 3 out of 11, ran 4th. I mean, second 4 times.
It looks to me like, however, though, Terry, that horse is degrading. Though you have 3 consecutive speed figure drops, and last race was just terrible. Gave away. Maybe he responds back. Hasn't worked out since that last race, so I'm not quite sure what to expect from that horse. Looking at the 7 horse, and that horse is the Diablo de Ora, so the Golden Devil, I guess. That horse has been running for quite a while too. Looks to me like last time out had some serious improvement in its middle part of its race. It was actually the best mid-pace figure that the horse has ever put up there. So if you look at some indicators or some hints of horses that might be ready to move forward, an all-time best mid-pace figure is one of those potential flags that you might want to check out from time to time. So those are the 2 horses that we'll consider coming back to pick one of those if we need to, Terry. What do you think?
Okay, yeah. The only thing about the 7 why I passed it was its first time in grass, and it's only ran a 3rd at this distance on the dirt. So,
Well, the one thing about the first time on grass too, Terry, another reason why I did like the 7 is if you look at, he ran on an off track twice. So he got a good and a sloppy track.
Yeah.
And he finished second both of those times. Okay. And the speed figure that he put up there, the 86 top number, would be more than enough to win this race. And as we've talked about before, all weather and off tracks are good indicators. They're not perfect, obviously. Nothing's perfect, but they're decent indicators of what horses may or may not like the grass the first time around on that turf. So that's another reason. Thanks for pointing that out, that I like the 7. Race number 8, Terry, is 1 mile on the dirt. It is a maiden 42,000. Ooh, this got a lot of first-time starters. I think this one's pretty much wide open, Terry.
Yeah.
So usually I put things in buckets, right?
Right.
But I feel like there's really only one first-time starter in here that I like, and that's the number 2 horse.
Same with me.
And that's Schumer Will, or Schnur Will, right?
Schnur Will,
yes.
yeah.
And what I like about it is I didn't put him on my, I did not put him on my hot dog pick 4, so I wanted to make sure I started with it here. Maybe I could have put it on there, but in any case, I might have put it on there. I don't know. Anyway, I'll look at it in a second. Frankie Pennington's on there, but one of the things that I really like about this, Terry, is, as we've talked about many times before, let me pull it up on the screen real quick, is that you have on the 2 horse, Schumer Will, first-time starter, and then you have this right here. You have this bullet workout, the fastest to 40. So I like that bullet workout right before a first-time starter hits the track. I've termed it. I don't know if anybody else has done it yet, but I've termed it the bullet and go. So that's why I like the 2 horse.
Yeah, and I like it also as my second choice. And the dam has 1 winner from 2 starters, and Frankie Pennington and John Service in the last 14 days out of 4 mounts has won 2 and ran second twice. So yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like this is a race that we're going to need to go a little bit deep into. So who else do you like?
Number 9, Dia de Sol, highest last race speed rating, ran second versus similar in the last race, and could improve at a longer distance.
Yes, I like the 9 horse as well, Terry, and I'll tell you why. If you look at that second race right there, that last race at Monmouth Park, you did mention that he ran the highest last race speed figure, but if you look at his pace figures across the board, they're very steady. And in fact, they increased as the race went along. From the mid pace to the late pace, the late pace number being the biggest of the 3. And I also like the fact that they are very tightly knit together, because that tells me the horse ran nicely all the way throughout the race and didn't really kind of like lose any of its momentum, if you will, throughout the course of the race. Of course, it has that Monmouth angle where now today, Dia de Sol will actually be allowed to be encouraged by jockey Johan Rosado. So I do like that 9 horse as well. Another horse that I like, Terry, maybe a little bit of a price, and that's the 1 horse, One Wild Woman.
Yes.
And this Wild Woman, Terry, gets to ride the rail, which is winning at about 20%. So you never can overlook that kind of angle, right?
That's right.
But much like the last horse, the 9 horse, it's also dropping in class. But there wasn't a whole big of a difference between the mid pace and the late pace numbers. And that tells me that the horse didn't really tire, despite the fact that it ran 8th of 17. I expect the 1 horse, One Wild Woman, to move forward today.
Yeah, I do too. It's my 5th pick. So.
All right. So you want to put him in there, or you want to put him in his mind?
No, I'd go with putting him in there.
All right. And who else do you like?
Number 8, a little love and luck, showed early speed.
2 things you can never, little luck and love, 2 things that you can always use more of, right?
That's right. And Kendrick Camus, unless I made a mistake again, drops in class. Blinkers are added today, and he has the hot trainer Michael Denny, who in the last 14 days has won 2 out of 2 mounts. So.
Yes, I do like the 8 horse too. So no, you didn't make a mistake in the last race. It was just Kendrick was listed on 2 horses.
Yeah, I know. I was just teasing.
So which one he picked, I don't know. I mean, we had to go look that up. So
yeah.
So those were the 4 horses that I liked, Terry. The only other horse that I had on my list is the 10 horse, Golden Essence.
So do I.
But that last race really doesn't inspire me very much, although I don't know. I guess you could say maybe to improve, but a horrible start. So I think it's got to get off to a better start. It does have a nice workout since that last race. So I suspect that maybe trainer Uriah St. Louis is trying to get the horse to jump out of the gate a little bit earlier, maybe a blinkers or something like that. I'm not quite sure, but let's put the 10 to the side, or you want to toss it in right away?
You know what? I want to toss it in.
You want to toss it in? All right.
It has the best dirt speed among today's starters. It's dropping in class today. This horse really, really scares me. So.
All right, so that's going to definitely limit what we can do in the next few races, Terry.
That's right.
Because right now we're already at 3x5. So in the next race, we're going to move on to race 9. Is an allowance 48,000, 6 furlongs, Terry, which is favor speed. 70% of the horses that have won the races at 6 furlongs in the Parx meet were considered speed, with a good 40%, Terry, running wire to wire. It looks like you want to have an inside post, or closer to the rail, typically the better, but that's not always the case, Terry. I think the 3-horse Rather Nosy with Paco Lopez is likely to be the fastest out of the gate and lead the pack. And since 40% of the horses can run wire to wire, if you get to the lead, got Paco Lopez on board, who wins just about everything at Parx. He's hitting at 38% in 105 races. That's just crazy. So even if he doesn't get out to the front, you can't overlook this horse simply because Paco's on it.
That's right. And she's won 3 out of the last 4 races. She has trainer Jane Sabelli, who wins 28% of the time when bringing a beaten favorite back to the races. So. And
this horse comes in from mostly the West Coast where it started his career, Santa Anita and Delmar. And when you look at the horse in terms of its first start off a layoff, I think it's won 3 out of the last 5. Was the favorite last time. And the trainer Jane Sabelli, as you mentioned, does win at a high rate with beaten favorites when they return to the track. Who do you got next?
Number 7, Madam Mina. She's won 2 out of 4 last races, and has the highest speed figure at today's distance. She has a hot jockey trainer combination, who in the last 14 days has won 5 out of 19 races, 2 seconds, 2/3. She has a really good workout on September 19th, 4 furlongs, 47 breezing, third best of 15, and then one on the 21st, which was 4 furlongs, 47.2, best out of 63. So
best out of 63. All right. And that horse is the 7 horse, right?
That's right. Yes.
Another horse I like, Terry, and that is the 6 horse in this spot. That is Call on Mischief. I think it's it's the morning line favorite. It's going to be one that, again, you got that Monmouth angle, a horse that's coming in without any kind of encouragement. Now it gets the whip from jockey Nick Juarez. But what I like about this horse, Terry, is in the last race, it ran its top mid-pace figure in the last 10 races. That's almost always a sign that a horse is rounding into good form. I expect Nick Juarez to ride Call on Mischief is going to run better than it did last time out. And last time out, it ran the top last race speed figure. So if you ran the top last race speed figure and then you improve on that, that means everybody's got to bounce up to catch you.
Absolutely. You ran second 2 races in a row now. And Kelly Breen, the trainer, wins 21% of his dirt starts. So I like the horse too.
Is there any other horse you wanted to add in here, Terry?
There are a couple more, but
who would you put if there's a scratch or if there's something?
Number 5, Chili Sky. She's won 2 races in a row. Her early running style helps chances, and she has a nice workout. 4 furlongs, 48 breezing, fourth best out of 46.
Well, for me, the horse I would put in there, Terry, is the 2 horse, Portal Creek.
Yep, by 4th pick.
The reason why is I mentioned that inside speed is the way to the winner's circle at 6 furlongs on Parx main track. Outside of its last race, this horse definitely gets out of the gates with a little bit of giddy up and go. I expect Abner Adorino to get this horse out towards the front, and it's a horse for the course at Parx, winning 3 of 4 with a 4th.
Yep.
I mean, with a 3rd, with a 4th. But anyway, but also has the top speed figure achieved at Parx, topping that triple-digit number. So for me, the Portal Creek is the one that scares me the most. So right now, Terry, we can afford to put – we got to figure – we'll come back. Race number 10.
Okay.
6.5 furlongs. Even though it's a half a furlong longer, Terry, it actually has a stronger speed bias than 6 furlongs did. 70% of them are speed. 46% have won wire to wire. And once again, we see the inside post have an advantage over the outside post. This is maiden claiming 10,000, Terry. So it's kind of bottom of the barrel, if you will. For me, there's only one horse in this race, and that's the 6 horse.
Julie's
Grace.
Yep.
Its numbers last time out were far superior to everybody else's, and that was the first time off the bench. When you look at this horse's resume, it suggests that it's likely to, well, it's likely to regress a little bit, but not by a whole lot. However, again, going back to the last race that we talked about, a horse that achieved its top mid-pace figure for the last 10 races, and this horse has only run 7 times. So that top mid-race figure tells me that this horse is actually going to move forward. Yeah. It's also one of my favorite handicapping angles in terms of identifying horses that I might want in my pick, and that is highest last race speed figure combined with dropping in class.
Yep. That's absolutely true. And she ran against a lot tougher horses last race. Ran second. So it's my top pick. So
you want to just single it? That would be crazy, Terry, because I would hate to get to the end and then we're just riding on the 6 horse, watch it break to its knees and go, oh my God, what did we do?
I like the 7 horse, Elena's Mission. She ran second 2 races in a row now. And her best dirt speed is fastest among today's starters. So
the 7 horse, yes, I have that as my second horse too, Terry. I do like the fact that it got off to a kind of crappy start last time, but it closed fairly well. But the horse tends to be at the back of the pack.
Yeah.
I do feel like it's a horse probably more likely to come up for a piece of the money. I think we got to look inside because inside speed works as well, Terry. So the question is, which horse do you think has the most inside speed? And for me, there's only one answer to that too, and that's the 3 horse.
Yeah.
La Altenita. I don't know. La Altenita. La Altenita. Man, phonics. I got to work on it, right?
Yeah.
This horse has been in the money 4 out of 7 races. The only thing it hasn't done is find the winner's circle, Terry. Yeah. And I expect that it's going to be the horse that probably gets to the lead. The early pace numbers suggest that it is the fastest out of the gate, provided nothing goes wrong. So to me, it's either the 2 or the 1, but I like the 2 a little bit better.
The 2 is fine with me. So
all right, so that's
actually the 3 is what you meant.
Oh, I said the 3 horse. Yeah. Yes, loyalty. Yeah. You're right. Right.
The 3.
Thank you for correcting me on that, Terry.
Yeah, and it's actually one of my picks. So,
So looking at that, right as it stands right now, Terry, we're at 9 times. So we're at 27 times 5. Terry is 5. Carry the 3, $125. Is that right? That's right. Right.
Yeah.
Yes. So we can actually divide it by 2. So we still have a little bit of room to go there, Terry.
Okay.
I think we could probably put one more horse in one more race, and that'll probably end it for us.
Okay.
So to me, the horse I would want would be in race number 9, the 2 horse, because as I mentioned, inside speed, and that's the horse that's probably going to be the fastest out of the gates.
Yeah.
And then for you, is there one that you want, or are you okay with that?
No, 2's fine. Yeah, 2's fine with me.
All right, so that brings us to, what does that bring us to? Let me got to do the math now again. Okay. So 15 times 4 is 60 times 3, so that's $90, Terry.
$90, yeah.
That's our fly 4 for the day at Parx for races number 7, 8, 9, and 10. So in race number 7, we're going 3, 9, 11. In race number 2, we're going deep, 1, 2, and then all the outside horses, 8, 9, 10. Race number 9, we're going to go with the 2, 3, 6, and 7. And in race number 10, I really think the 6 horse is a single. You'll see that I live up to that. So we're going to go 3, 6, and 7. That is our fly 4, Terry. How do you feel about that?
I feel fine about it. Yeah, it's great.
Can someone tell me the results of Philadelphia race 2? Can you check that out for him real quick, Terry?
Yeah.
And then let's see. Hold on. I have it on my screen. I can tell you right now. Race 2, the results were number 8, Dr. Zrata. $40 winner. Number 7, Clemenza. And number 5, Victory Built.
Yeah. Nice exacta, 107.80.
Yeah, I hope you had that, Pratik. That would be a heck of a way to start your Monday for sure,
Would
right?
Be. Yeah,
those are the kind of tickets I like to have to start my day. All right, Terry. So let's look at our hot dog pick for us real quick, and then we'll move on to our 3P parlay, and we'll call it a day. So Terry in race number 7 likes the 9 and 11. I like the 3, 7, 9, 11. I went a little bit deeper in that race. Race number 8, Terry liked the 2, 8, and 9. I have the 1, 8, and 9. The 2 was my 4th pick, but I bucketed up because I like this. Like I tell Terry all the time, I put in these maiden claimers, I put the horses in the buckets, the horses with experience versus the first-time starters. Usually the winner comes from one of those buckets, and you have to determine which bucket you feel is better. I feel like the horses with experience bucket is better, so I went with the 1, 8, and 9. But I started with the 2 in the fly 4 because I didn't want to miss that horse if we didn't have it in the hot dog pick 4. Race number 9, Terry and I agree on the 3 and 7. I added the 6. Terry went a little deeper in the late leg with 1, 6, 7. I soloed the 6 because I feel like it was a standout horse, Terry.
Okay.
And then finally, in terms of our picks, we got our 3P parlay. Terry stays at Parx. That's why I put it behind the fly 4. Otherwise, we would have given a little bit away. But Terry likes the 6 horse. Well, tell us what you like, Terry.
Oh, I like number 6 in the 5th race, Long May You Run. And in the 7th race, I like number 11, This I'll Defend.
Or Ill or Isle or Triple 3 or what. We don't know what the name of that horse is.
And then in the 10th race, I like the standout number 6, Julie's Grace.
Yes, indeed. That is a standout for sure. Thank you, John. We appreciate that. Hopefully it's a great show in terms of making money today with the horses that we've picked. For me at Indiana Grand, these are our best bets over at Guaranteed Tip Sheet and Horse Racing Radar. And race number 3, number 7, Never Have I Ever. That's a little bit of a rhyme. Number 4, race number 4, number 6, Big If True. And it would be a big winner if it's true. And finally, number 8 is Polo Art. That's for those guys who are playing the $10,000 Breeders' Cup picks challenge, right? The Polo Art.
Yeah.
Terry and I aren't the kind of Polo Art kind of guys.
No.
No, we're the meat and potatoes kind of hamburger. Well, Terry's like steak that's ground up into hamburger. I'm just like the whatever on sale because today's the last day they can sell it hamburger. And then finally, Terry, if you want looking for some free picks today, let's go on over to head on over to Horse Racing Radar. You'll see, and I got to shrink this down because I have it way too big. You'll see that our premium picks page, the red down arrow belongs to Grants Pass. Click on Grants Pass down arrow, and you will see that you can get these races. The 7 horse in race number 1 is one of the 3 best bets of the day. Again, that's from our friends over at Guaranteed Tip Sheet. You can head over to Guaranteed Tip Sheet or Horse Racing Radar to get all of today's picks, Terry's.
That's right. And that's a good race. That's a 600-yard race for quarter horses. So
I think I can run 600 yards, though.
You probably can.
I don't know. 600 yards? No, that's 1,800 feet. Yeah, maybe not. That's 6 football fields. I could probably run for like 20 yards and then walk the rest.
Yeah, I could probably run 5.
All right, well. So I'll give you a 15-yard head start, and we'll see who makes it to the 40-yard line first.
I think you would.
No, I think we both would be calling 911. Today, I'll need those things.
Yep.
Oh, all right. Anyway, Terry, any final thoughts before we get up and out of here on this Monday of October 18th?
Yeah, well, if you really like the show, then don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and let your friends know about it too. Follow us on Twitter at Racing Radar and like us on Facebook at Racing Radar. We're not telling you that you have to do it, but if you like the show, we'd appreciate it. It really helps us out.
Yes, it helps us move up Google's algorithms, YouTube's algorithms, and make certain that when we go live, if you follow us or like us on Facebook, you'll be notified right away. And then you'll find out what Terry's best bet of the day is so that you know that you can bet on his 3rd horse. Just forget the other 2 because they're going to either scratch or run out of the money.
Yeah, except for this time, it'll probably switch back the other way.
Yeah, it'll just go straight ice cold today, right? And all the people
That'd
who
be
put
nice.
it first be like, why did I do that?
Yep.
All right, Terry, as always, everybody, it's a fantastic Monday. As Terry said, if you like what you saw, subscribe on YouTube, give us a thumbs up, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. As always, folks, we hope that you have an incredible Monday. Make sure you make the most of it. Today's the only day you have. That's why they call it the present. And then, of course, we hope that all of your picks end up where, Terry?
The winner's circle.
Absolutely. Have a fantastic Monday, everybody.